StarStock finally sent my cards back. Check out what we got. All right, at long last, our StarStock submission has returned. So back in January, I'll have to get the dates exact. I believe it was mid to late January, whenever all of the information was coming out about StarStock shifting their focus to breaks and other things and non-card related stuff, and it was they were no longer going to be accepting any cards, so don't send in any more cards to them. They'd still have the marketplace open and everything else. They started doing all that, and I kind of got a little concerned, and so I put in my request to have them returned. At that point, supposedly, I think it was supposed to be like a 60-day turnaround, maybe a up 45-day to 60 days to get your cards back. This was a hybrid shipment. It has raw cards and slabs in it, so that made it take a little bit longer. If it was only slabs, it would have supposedly taken less time, but it took forever. So it is now June 1st, and we're getting these back. So that's just kind of goes to show you it took about 5 months or so, give or take, to get these back, and definitely was expecting them before now. So I only really remember 2 cards. Let's do the slabs last. I only really remember 2. Now I'm remembering a 3rd card, but other than that, I don't really remember all the cards I got. I went through and I left all of the rookie cards, a lot of the baseball stuff I left that just mainly wasn't worth sending back, because there was a charge per card and per shipment or whatever to get these sent back to you. And it's been so long now, I don't even remember, but kind of a cost benefit breakdown there. So for some of the cheaper, super cheap baseball cards and things like that, I just left them in my account. No, I think I've sold maybe 2 since then. Just not a lot of activity on the website lately. So I will say this, definitely some good packaging. And I will also say this, there are cards in here that I was definitely hoping and expecting to get back a couple of months ago that I thought would have been good timing wise. I did not. So as you'll see on the back, Phoenix Suns player. Now Cameron Johnson's cards didn't go crazy, but I figured the Suns were going to make a deep run in the playoffs. They did. And that his cards would go up from what they were. They did a little bit. And that I would have better luck selling them on eBay, even at an auction, compared to what they were going for at that point. So here's the cards that I got back. So this one I bought on StarStock. I liked the yellow, dollar tree, dollar store parallels here, especially this one on the Chiefs uniform, kind of color matched. Little OC, and kind of looks, can't tell for sure if that top left corner is a little banged up or not, but yeah, it definitely looks a little OC. I want to say this was a StarStock A, and if that's the case, that's a pretty weak StarStock A if you ask me. Next up, we had a Jordan Love, so no harm, no foul on that one. His market's probably going to go up later, so I'm glad that I didn't lose out on something like that. Bojan Bogdanovic. I don't know if I haven't really been tracking his market very much, but I'm not sure if I lost out any money there. Bought that one. Okay, so anyways, so far all of these were bought on StarStock. These two, these may have all actually been sent by me. I know I sent several Cameron Johnsons I think I may have bought a Cameron Johnson on StarStock, but I think I bought and sold that before I had some in my hand. So can't remember the breakdown, but I know I had some B's, some A's, and just figured I'd send them all back in. But anyway, so that's that. Now on to this stack. You know, obviously not a ton of cards and not a ton of big time value cards, but just enough that I just kind of wanted to do a little bit more with me, with the cards than I thought would have otherwise been. For those of you that don't know, quick cliff notes. I assume everybody knows what StarStock was. It's a marketplace where you could buy and sell cards on the marketplace in their vault for nominal fees compared to like eBay and other things like that. And so they had it in a vault, like a PWCC vault, and it was traded basically like stocks, which hence the name StarStock. Well, I thought it was a great idea, really did well on it to begin with. About 2020, 2021, fooled around with some of it and really enjoyed it for the most part. But yeah, so anyway, you could buy and sell on there around December, January time frame. Well, back in the fall of 2021, they started shifting more towards live breaks on their website. Not as much selling, transacting singles. And then January or February is when they just put the moratorium on taking in any additional cards. So it used to be you could ship any rookie card of any of the main popular brands. That's why most of the stuff is Prism, Optic, that kind of stuff. Topps Chrome, whatever. But they so yeah, you could send any rookie card. They only dealt in rookie cards unless otherwise specified. So it was kind of a cool, neat little marketplace. But when they stopped allowing people to send in rookie cards, it used to be no insertion fee. So you could send in rookie cards. They would list it on their website for free. Then they started adding some insertion fees. No longer was worth it for me to send them cards. And then they stopped it altogether. So anyway, here we go. PJ Washington. Bought this one on StarStock. Tanked big time and just didn't have the heart to lose as much money. I've just continued to lose more and more money as it went on, and figured I'd just send it home, and then I don't know what I'm going to do with it now. I'm going to sell it at some point, but figured at this point it's better for me to sell it on eBay than it was at StarStock at that time. So also, by the way, I was not the only one thinking this. So a lot of people just stopped buying for market value on a lot of these cards because nobody wanted to get stuck holding the bag on StarStock, because everybody had kind of weird feelings about what was going on. So they all the marketplace really hit the skids. It was doing worse in the fall anyway already, and just really took a nosedive when they did that. And then a lot of people started pulling their cards out, which created this mass exodus, which created this backlog in getting cards back to customers, which is why we're doing this in June after requesting our cards back about 6 months ago. So anyway, PJ Washington rookie, red, white, and blue card. I don't know, I think I paid like 11, 12 bucks for it. I think it's probably down to $1 or $2. So bad timing there when I bought it and everything else. Kendrick Nunn, no name plate. I think all of his optics are no name parallels or whatever, but bought this one for cheap. It's still cheap. I would have rathered have this in auction during the Miami Heat's run. They're out of the playoffs now as of like 2 days ago. So literally this shipment, really bad timing, right? So here's a cool one, I thought. So Jordan Alvarez, I actually have this card in a couple of different variations, but I also bought one on StarStock, and then again the market tanked. Was not worth it for me to send to sell that for pennies on the dollar. Hey, send it back to me. I have a feeling he's going to have a good year. He's having a great year, and I think the Astros are going to do well. So I picked up some Jordan Alvarez. These two, in fact, I think I may have bought these at the end, kind of on discount. Other people were selling them, and I got them for good deals. So liked this big head whammy card. Not sure if that's a short print or not. I'll have to look at that again, but picked up those two Alvarez's. Tatis Jr. This was one I sent in actually, and yeah, so sent it in. It got a StarStock B, which really tanked its value from what I was hoping to get. Yeah, so I had them send it back to me. Rafael Devers, bought this on there. I bought a couple of Devers on there. Did well with some of them. This one was up and down, and then when all that happened, it went down further. Figured he'd have a good year. I'd be able to sell it during the baseball season. Looks like that's probably going to be the route that we take here. I haven't looked at his market lately, but I assume it's up from January. Red Sox not doing great, but he's doing pretty good. And the Red Sox, you know, they'll have a strong resurgence around the All-Star break. There may even be players in the free agency, but anyway, this is one I sent in. Really liked the card. It's a pink parallel. It's not worth a lot, but figured he would have you know, a little bit better of a year, and you know, figured I'd wait just until baseball season came out and sell that one. So send it back to me, and hated doing that just because you know, I'm the one who sent it in, paid the shipping and everything to get it there. Now I had to pay to ship it back to me, just wasting money shipping it back and forth to StarStock. But what are you gonna do, right? So at some point, have to just cut your losses and do the best you can with them, learn, move forward. So again, I'll reiterate, some good packaging here. So all right, first up, Kyler Murray, PSA 9. Like having that. That's a good football, about to heat up now. Forgot I even had this one, so happy to get it back. PSA 9 Kyler Murray, probably going to do pretty well. I like his chances to start the year, so anyway, his market should shoot up before football season. Jamal Murray, so bought this one originally. Bought all of this on online. On StarStock. So anyway, bought this one, gosh, it was probably back in August of 2021. I want to say it was August of 2021 I bought this one. He was out, and I figured by the time he recovered from his surgery, that he'd be back playing January-ish. And he did not. I was thinking at the latest April, and that Denver would be in the playoffs later in May. So I was just off. He didn't come back. He didn't play at all this year. This is going to be a hold for next year, and hopefully he comes back just as good as he was, because he was awesome to watch. He was a really good player there. So this goes to show you right here, boom, 115.21. That is when 21. You know, I have to look. I was thinking that was 115.22. Okay, so no, that's when I submitted this one. So 115.21. 3 of 3. Okay, so that's what that is. 3 of 3. So I must have submitted this one. I don't know why I took this out completely. Don't do that. All right. So yeah, PSA 9. Boy, I don't remember having a PSA 9. I guess I did, but anyway, Topps PSA 9. Luis Robert. Like having that one back. Hopefully he can do good this baseball season. Pete Alonso. This is the, it says, I guess I did a StarStock. Yeah, I remember sending some slabs into StarStock back January 2021, but I forgot these were them. So anyway, PSA 9 for Pete Alonso. He's been going bonkers. Got him on my fantasy baseball team. And this guy, he is just the bane of my existence. Kobe White, so much Kobe White. Did pretty well on some of them, not well enough to float the rest of them that I bought. Yeah, I overbought in Kobe White. Thought that 2021 was going to be a much better start to that year, and it just wasn't. So, you know, you win some, you lose some, and sometimes you get burnt. So I'm going to have to end up wholesaling some of these Kobe Whites and getting rid of them. I don't know if I'm just going to get rid of them in the off season or try to hold on to them. That's not the only one. I have like, I don't know, 4 or 5 others. Probably just going to get rid of them. I'm definitely going to get rid of them. I just don't know the best way to go about it. Do I hold until basketball season gets started again for next year? So then I'm holding on to them for 6 months or whatever. But how much money do I actually make in addition to that? Is it worth it to hold it for 6 months, or just put them on auction, run them at auction on eBay, make what I can now? You know, that's kind of where we're at. I would love to trade out of them into something else that I believe in more. I like Kobe White. It's just, I don't know. Anyway. That's it. That is all. That is my StarStock return. What did you think? What do we have here? Kind of just want to run all of this at auction and just get rid of it. Not all of it. Some of it I'm pretty happy. Like this, I still love this card. I still love this card. I actually still love this card, but that's neither here nor there. So a lot of this I'll just try to get rid of as best I can. Yeah, that's that. Let me know what you think. Would you have done anything differently? Did you get anything sent back to you from StarStock? And if so, how long did it take for you to get your submission back to you, or your request cards? How long did it take for them to come back to you? Let me know. Till next time. Peace.